books. Like I can't believe the first 4 weeks gone already. If y'all can feel like my voice is I'm a little bit under the weather, but Glass gonna help me carry me through this one. But yeah, we got a quarter of the way through the 2019 NFL campaign, and it's shaping up to be pretty good, Glass. I think we seen some things that we didn't predict, and we saw some stuff that we just knew was going to happen, and some things are falling right into place, and some things are just way out of the ordinary. We gonna give the people who like to watch our show, we're gonna give them a week 4 first quarter of the season recap, and we're gonna check the standings and see where everything at. We're gonna look at all the divisions and see what's going on with that. What stories you bringing to the table today, buddy?
All right, man. We got to start off with Devontae's Burfict situation, man.
Yeah.
As y'all know, he got suspended for the whole season.
Mm-hmm.
But he put on, I think it was the tight end. I can't remember who it was. The tight end for the Colts.
Yeah.
I believe it. It was a vicious hit. It looked like two Rams going head to head. I feel a certain type of way with that situation. Do I believe he deserved a whole season? I did say it, I think, on somebody's Facebook page. I said, man, he just never learned. It's just like he constantly doing this. Lately now.
I don't know. Let me ask you this, though. Let me just ask you this. So you saw they showed the replay a million gajillion times, right? So we know what happened. Did that look egregious to you? Did it look?
You know what? All right, let me change. If he didn't put his head down and he went straight forward, face mask forward, I would say, because I was like, when they first showed it in real time, I'm like, man, come on, it wasn't that bad. Then they showed the slow motion. I said, damn, he did leave with the crown's head into another crown, ahead of the crown of the head. And even though they both got up, he asked him, was he cool and everything, which I thought was sportsmanlike, asking if he was cool and everything. Yeah. But yet, man, his history. That's what's getting.
So and I don't want to play devil's advocate here. I watched the play and then I watched the aftermath, and I know we hold his past and his past transgressions against him. I know we doing that, but man, I really don't think that was egregious. I don't think we done seen him do some intentional stuff, right? Mm-hmm. We done saw him intentionally go after dudes, and we done seen that. This didn't look like that to me. Now, was it right or was it wrong? Yeah, clearly he broke the rules, right? Whether or not it was intentional, I get that. But should the whole year though, bro?
That's my thing. The whole year. All right, now let's go back to history. This is his 4th straight season. He's been suspended a total of 22 games. He's been fined $469,000, not including missed game checks.
Yeah. And
15 unnecessary roughness penalties and he has the most since 2012.
Yeah.
Now my thing is, okay, this is what I'm thinking the NFL is thinking. Okay, evidently taking money away from you is not working because he got over $500,000 worth of money taken away from him. Mm-hmm. So they got to hit him something else. But I can't remember, was it 4 games? No, it was 6 games. They reduced it to 3 was the last one. So I will hit him with a 6 game on this one, not a whole season.
Well, do you think that he will appeal it and get it reduced?
Of course he's going to appeal it.
I don't know,
just like he did the last one. I can't remember who he hit the last time, but yeah, the most violent one I've seen is when he hit Antonio Brown. And I'm still saying to this day, that's why Antonio Brown acting as crazy as he acting now.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like the whole year, I kind of get why they went there with it. I get it because he got a long rap sheet, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
He got a real long rap sheet, and the first thing you're gonna think is it's Burfict being Burfict, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That one seemed like he was a victim there of his own past. That's what it looked like to me. I mean, he even showed compassion and went to make sure the old boy was okay. I don't know. It's just me. I just feel like that one he should appeal that one. Maybe he still got to face some repercussions because he still did violate the rules. So I don't think a full year is. I don't know, man. I'm not.
I agree. I'll say 6.
the first thing you're gonna think is, it's Burfict being Burfict, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That one seemed like he was a victim there of his own past. That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah.
I mean, he even showed compassion and went to make sure the old boy was okay. I don't know. It's just me. I just feel like that one he should appeal that one. Maybe he still got to face some repercussions because he still did violate the rules. So I don't think a full year is. I don't know, man. I'm not.
I agree. I'll say 6 games.
Yeah, that might work. Yeah, that might work. That might work. That might work out. That might work. So, what about Uncle Rico and Gardner Minshew and the Jacksonville Jaguars? So this it looked like Gardner is becoming a fan favorite, man. What you think about this kid, man? What you think?
Yeah, I have to admit, there's a lot of backup quarterbacks shining in the spotlight as of the past 2 weeks.
Absolutely.
Gardner Minshew, I like him, man. Even though they beat my Denver Broncos, I don't want to talk about that too much. But Gardner Minshew is that quarterback. He got a little. What Baker Mayfield is not showing us this year, the flash and the swag. Jaylen Ramsey's mind.
I don't think it's going to change his mind. I think the only thing it would do is prolong the inevitable. I think it'll make him want to stick around to the end of the season. Mm-hmm. But I think either way, at the end of the season, he gone. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
I get with that.
I just got a feeling that that can't they can't fix that. He got his mind made up, but he ain't gonna quit on the team. You know what I mean? I don't think he's gonna do that. So,
okay. All right. Next question. Since you mentioned it, and I put it on Instagram with the 2-2 log jam in the AFC South. Who you think gonna come out on top, man? Because the Titans, they're the Jekyll and Hyde. You don't know what team gonna come play. They'll lose to the team they're supposed to beat, and then beat the teams they're not supposed to.
Right.
So I'm gonna say it's gonna, after everything's said and done, it's gonna be between the Texans and the Colts. I'm gonna say the Texans.
Well, here's why the Texans ended up getting. I don't know. Like, I don't know what happened with them playing against Carolina. They like, any kind of faith I had in the Texans. I don't even think Carolina scored a touchdown in that game. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think.
Last week?
Yeah, I don't think it was a touchdown scored. I think the only touchdown was scored was by the Texans.
No.
Yeah, I think they beat them with 4 field goals, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
I'm just saying, you're supposed to be the power in the AFC South. You got Carolina coming in, who, they rallying behind a new rookie quarterback, and they beat you without scoring a touchdown. And I know that the competition in your own division has got to be steeper than that. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean, right?
I don't know, man. The Chargers 2-2, Raiders 2-2.
Right.
We're winless.
Right.
Now the competition ain't. The competition is better everywhere else, but in our
you don't think the competition is better in the AFC South than it is in the NFC South? I mean, look what's going on in the NFC South. You got the Carolina Panthers 2-2. You got the Falcons 1-3. You got the Saints, who I think are 3-1, right?
3-1.
Okay, so you got the Saints 3-1, and what are the Bucks 2-2 as well?
Yep.
And I mean, and the Bucks, I don't know how to. I don't really know what to say about the Bucks right now. I don't know. T Money is in the building. What's going on, T Money?
What up, T Money?
Hey
man, the worst division I think up in here got to be the AFC East. Still, I understand the Patriots 4-0, Bills are 3-1. Shockingly, but everybody else is Jets and Dolphins winless, man. They got 2 winless teams in that division.
They do, And let me actually I had to share this thing real quick. Let me go back over here and look at this. Okay, let's start at the top. So we're talking about these standings. Let's see where we at. So you got the AFC East, right? Patriots 4-0, obviously. Bills 3-1, and the only reason why they 3-1 is because they lost to the Patriots, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Jets 0-3. They still winless, and the Dolphins are 0-4, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about that for a second, right? So everybody talking about the okay, look, we know the Patriots got it. They in the AFC East. They gonna have 6 games regardless.
Yeah.
In their own division. They probably gonna sweep everybody in their division. Usually the Dolphins give them a little bit of a. This year's Dolphins though ain't nothing coming, right?
No.
But look at the Jets. You know, I don't see nothing coming with the Jets. The Bills. I was telling you last week. The Bills were full go. I don't know how they were undefeated for 3 weeks. I don't know how that happened.
Defense.
Maybe, right? And who they got? They lost their starting quarterback, right?
Josh Allen. Yep, Josh
And
Allen.
they got like the Matt Barkley is the quarterback now, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Listen, so they won the first 3. They get ready to lose the next 3. You know what I mean? This kind of feeling, right?
Oh, okay.
Right. Patriots gonna continue to slide. I don't know. So what? I'm just looking at the division. You see it. What you think?
This is, like I said, it's the worst division out there right now. Patriots for the past decade was always make it to the playoffs because they don't have anybody to play against.
Right.
That division. And with that being said, I like this Bills spunk. They tried last week. They only lost by 6 points. I think it was 16-10.
Yeah.
But they ain't gonna make the wild card because in that. I mean, I got a lot of teams I put before them before they win the wild card. But that's what I'm saying. But then again, I didn't expect them to be 3-1 at this point. So we have yet to see. But until the Patriots lose Tom Brady, they're gonna be up there.
So let me see. What is this? What is this one saying? So when Tom really, so we talking about Tom Brady. Tom Brady didn't play his best game last week either. But it is what I still think. The AFC East, they will get into the playoffs easy just because of the division they play in.
Yeah.
This one is intriguing to me, right? The AFC North, right? Now, we know I was on this Browns hype. Now I was too. I'm proud of my Browns pick last week though, because I knew they were gonna win, and I know JB is feeling some type of way about them putting that spanking, dropping 40 on the Ravens, right? Which I thought was beautiful, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? But still, so they locked up with the Ravens 2-2 each. Steelers finally put a win on the board, and the Bengals are still 0-4. So I had already wrote the Bengals off early in the season, class. I was like, I don't think the Bengals are going to win 6 games. Maybe not even 4, probably. Maybe 4, probably 4. Didn't think the Steelers were going to be this bad, right? Knew it was going to be between the Ravens and the Browns. I kind of figure, and I'm still going to stick with it. I think that the Browns eventually will win this division. I don't think they're going to win it by a landslide. The Ravens are going to have something to say about that. What do you think?
Definitely the Bengals out of it. 0-4. You ain't going to come up out of that. Steelers, I'm with you. I was shockingly unpleased with what they are right now, 1-3. Maybe they get it together. They're going to make a run. That's going to be – I mean, they don't have a starting quarterback in Roethlisberger. Right. And Connor, the running back, he's not up to par like he was last year. So it's going to be hard for them to make it up there. So I agree with you. It's between the Browns and the Ravens.
Yeah.
And opposite of what you're saying, I drank the Kool-Aid too with the Browns. It's going to take them some while to get their footing to actually make an impact in the league. Ravens, I like the head coach. I like what he's doing. That game last week against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I can't really go against what he was doing with the 4th down, trying to go for it and get to 2 points, because you're going against a team that come with you with 45, 50 points a clip.
Right.
So you got to try to get as many points as you can on the board. So I like his thinking. I'm going to go with the Ravens on this one. I'm going to go behind Lamar Jackson.
Only reason why I have a little bit of a problem with the Ravens is like the reason why I always have a problem with the Ravens. I don't. The consistency is it's hard for me to lock down with them. They come out week one. What was it? Damn near was it 50 something? I don't know what they put on. Who they played the first week, but they beat the brakes off somebody, right?
Wait, who you talking about? Who you talking about?
The Ravens.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who was it?
60 points, 58 points? I don't know what it was. It was crazy, right? And then next thing you know, they can't put them kind of points up, and I don't know. Then they get knocked off by they lost 2 games in a row, right? They lost against the Chiefs and then against the Browns, right? And I don't know. It's one of them things I can't really. My confidence in the Ravens is just not as strong as it was a couple weeks ago. Let me look at the comment section. It says Josh is in the building. He said, "Yo, what's going on, everybody? What's going on, Josh?" 2 months of AJ Green and Gino need to request trades to get up out of Cincy. I actually think that I saw this on Twitter. I don't know who was saying it. Maybe it was T-Money. Somebody was saying how AJ Green is languishing, just wasting his time, and there's a perfect opportunity for him to go elsewhere. And because honestly, this reminds me of something that you said years ago, and I can't believe I'm bringing it up because what was it, Marvin Lewis, right? Now, even the last couple seasons, Cincinnati was still relevant, right? Under Marvin Lewis. Marvin Lewis is gone now. Remember, we've been saying, it's time for Marvin Lewis to go. They can't get past the first round of the playoffs, such and such, right? Look at him now. You gotta be. Sometimes the grass ain't greener, bro. I'm just saying. It's not. I'm just saying.
Do you agree that you got to give a head coach 3 years to acclimate his system into a team, no matter what league we in?
I do. I think it take about 3 years to fully implement your philosophy and your system. It take about 3 or 4 years to do that. Yes, I agree with that.
So that's what it's gonna take, man. This man just got here.
Yeah,
I understand.
So
Marvin Lewis.
You're not willing to say that going from Marvin Lewis to who's there now?
Zach Taylor.
You don't think that's a downgrade?
It's gonna be a downgrade. We don't even know who Zach Taylor is. Has Zach Taylor been?
Was it worth getting rid of Marvin Lewis when you were a perennial playoff team, right? True. You couldn't make it past the first round. I get that. That was something maybe he needed to work on. It was a personal problem. I don't know. But you could always count on the Bengals being in the playoffs. You can always count on the Bengals winning at least 10 or 11 games. It was a given every year under Marvin Lewis. And I don't see that now, Glass. I'm just saying. I don't see it.
It's going to be, he just got up in there. This is his first time being a head coach.
Yeah. We've
had Marvin Lewis for how many years? 14, 16?
A long time.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you so accustomed to that. So when a new one come in, unless you have Bill Belichick, even Bill Belichick, when he first came into the league, he wasn't winning. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to give him 3 years, let him implement the system. That's all I'm saying. And back to AJ Green, don't expect him. I see that T-Money said that. Yeah. Don't expect him to leave because look what Larry Fitzgerald did. He had opportunity to leave. He didn't leave. Sometimes when you get accustomed to something, you just stay there.
But I do believe AJ Green and Fitzgerald are cut from 2 different cloths. I think Fitzgerald.
Really?
Yeah, I believe he's a loyalist. He's loyal to the Arizona cause. He want to stay with that one franchise. A lot of dudes don't believe in that no more. Everybody want to chase the bag or chase the ring or whatever. Larry ain't about that. He's loyal to the people who drafted him. We don't really see a whole lot in the NFL these days, right? I don't think AJ Green thinks that way. I think, especially now that they're not winning anymore, they're not making it to the playoffs. That's what this will probably be the 3rd year in a row they don't make the playoffs, right?
Okay.
I got a feeling he's gonna want to bounce. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna check. I'm gonna find his contract. I don't know. He's almost like an introvert to me, man.
Yeah.
He's not. He's real quiet. Other than he tried. What was that? Who was that? He was trying to knock out?
Oh, I
Was
forget
that
who it is.
Jaylen Ramsey?
Yeah, I think it was Jaylen Ramsey. Yeah,
Jaylen
yeah.
Ramsey, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, man, he don't make no bones in the league. Look at who just retired for the Houston Texans, who I thought was quiet. He put hands on this was a couple of years back on the Tennessee Titans. I can't remember the cornerback. Anyway.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I know exactly who you're talking about. Dudes got into that. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. I got him in my head, but you know, I put AJ Green in that group. They're real quiet and they just sit there and do their work.
Yeah,
they ain't trying to leave. They stay where they at.
Well, my thing is this, you know, and I ain't speaking for AJ Green. Okay, I'm just saying, if I ain't winning, I better be getting paid. You know what I'm saying, right?
Okay, but what if he's getting paid, man?
I don't know what he get paid. I don't know what his contract is.
Find out right now.
I'm just saying, I don't know what his contract is, but but I know because they ain't gonna be winning 3 years. I'm telling you, it's gonna take 3 years for this team to turn around. And I mean, and I don't know why it's gonna take that long because honestly, to be completely honest with you, they still got a pretty decent team on paper. I think I'm losing faith in the Red Rifle. I think their quarterback. I think they need to look in the draft. It might be time to replace, Andy Dalton. It might be time to replace Andy Dalton. But their running game has been pretty good. They need some help for AJ Green, obviously, and he needs to stay healthy. And they definitely need to upgrade on the offensive line. But other than that, I think they got a nice foundation. They should be winning about 7 or 8 games. Sadly though, they're not gonna win that many games. I don't see that happening.
You gotta give them some time, man. You gotta give them at least. So you gonna do the same thing the Cardinals did, just fire the coach in 1 year.
Well, I wasn't talking about firing the coach. I'm just looking at it in retrospect that maybe Marvin Lewis wasn't so bad. That's what I'm saying.
But it was time, man. We talked about it. He should have been gone 3. No disrespect to Marvin Lewis. I think he was a great head coach. I just think his words just bounced off everybody's ears. Nobody was listening to
Maybe that's the case. Maybe he was suffering from the Tom Coughlin situation. Maybe that was what it was. But the thing is, and I will always say this: what is your record at the end of the season, right? What like this goes back to the Lovie Smith stuff and countless other coaches who the owners felt like, oh yeah, you can win us 10 games every year, but you can't win a playoff game. You're fired.
Oh, you can't beat this team.
Right. Look, that right there. So you fire this guy and you bring in the replacement, and they can't even get to what the other guy was. You see what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying, man. Once again, you gotta let that stuff work. Like I told you, let's go to the NBA when they had the big 3.
Right, with Bron and Bosh and all that. Right, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They was getting their ass whooped the first 10 games, but they got it together.
Right.
Just say, man, you gotta give a coach some time, at least 2 years.
Right.
And back to the question, AJ Green signed a 4-year, $60 million contract. And he will be a free agent next year. Bro.
Okay, see, there it is. And I guarantee you, he on the first thing smoking about Cincinnati.
We'll see. We're going to talk about that. Okay.
T-Man said it was Andre Johnson and Cortland Finnegan.
Yep. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Thank you.
Remember that. Okay, so we move out to your division, which is a lot to talk about here. There's some weirdness going on here, which I don't understand, and I need some explanation on, right?
Okay.
Because it's weird. I get the Chiefs undefeated 4-0. I get that. The Raiders 2-2. Okay.
I don't know about that one.
Chargers should be better than 2-2.
Yes.
And the Broncos, I have no idea what the hell is going on in Denver. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is.
It's going to get worse because we just lost Bradley Chubb for the season with the torn ACL. Yeah. Hey, listen, the last 2 games, we lost by a field goal.
Yeah.
So I'm not impressed with what's his name? The quarterback.
Who Flacco?
Joe Flacco. I'm not impressed. I don't know. All I got to say is I'm tired of I love me some John Elway. He's my top quarterback of all times. Yeah. Biased opinion, I know. But man, you cannot pick a quarterback. If it wasn't for Peyton Manning,
he had some issues, man.
I'm like, dude, come on, man. I gave Joe Flacco a chance. I was a Joe Flacco fan when he came out of Delaware.
Yeah.
I know he had some. Don't get me wrong. Like I said before, I told you and JB, if it wasn't for Anquan Bolden, he wouldn't have got that money that he got because he's not as accurate. He just happen to have receivers that'll go out there and get it. but anything was better than what we had before. I thought.
I don't think Flacco is the answer. Okay, I definitely don't think he's the answer.
He's the bridge.
Right. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think that Flacco. I mean, Super Bowl winning quarterback, outstanding playoff record, right? You know, he got stats to prove it. Okay. But you know what? We know Flacco. We know that no matter all the good stuff, you know, he got that Brett Favre syndrome. You know what I mean? He got that tendency to throw that bad pass at the most inopportune time, and he will lose you a lot of games. We know that. But what are the Broncos gonna do? Like they done tried A, B, C, and D, and it didn't work. I think, you know, for the last 2 seasons, Joe Flacco has probably been the best quarterback to line up on the center.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You know?
Right,
So,
yeah.
So you know, I just don't know. Like, do they go in the draft again? Do they do that?
Yes. You draft a quarterback till you get your quarterback. That's my
my God. So you're gonna do like Arizona and Cleveland, and who else did this? The Jets, and just keep drafting quarterbacks
until
when you can be using that draft capital for strengthening your offensive line. You know, maybe getting you some more wide.
You can find some diamonds in the rough in the second, third, fourth round. But until
I think a serviceable quarterbacks
I'm
out
draft
there.
Quarterbacks. I'm gonna rotate.
I think a serviceable quarterbacks out there that'll do Denver better justice than bringing in a young guy.
Who?
Look, you put me on
other than Colin Kaepernick. Who?
I mean, you got Case Keenum going to be free in a minute, right?
Man, please.
Gardner Minshew look like he
had
for
Case,
a job.
Bruh.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Wait, slow up.
Okay.
We had Case Keenum.
I know. Case was good for y'all. His start was better.
We drafting QBs until we get it right.
Case Keenum's start in the first 4 weeks was better than Joe Flacco's.
Yeah. Once again, we had Case Keenum. Where were we at? Last year.
In the first 4 weeks, his record was better.
How many games we won last year?
His record was better. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Well, look, Teddy Bridgewater coming up. He playing for a job.
I'll take Teddy Bridgewater.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I just think
that's one.
If you can get Teddy Bridgewater, right? At a decent price, we probably going to demand a little bit of a price tag. But you got him out there. I would go with somebody like that over a rookie, especially looking in the class that's getting ready to come out. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? A little rough.
I'll take that Lawrence guy from Clemson.
Yeah, you know. I actually don't think he's not coming out in the draft this year, is he?
No, I think he's coming out next year.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, I don't think the draft is what Denver should be looking for their quarterback.
All right, first, shout out T Money. He said y'all always love the Chargers and they always disappoint. First off, that man right there loved the Chargers. I don't know why he jumped off the bandwagon. I didn't love the Chargers. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Number 2, he said he always bought himself more time by waiting on Drew Lock. Drew Lock ain't even the answer, bro.
No,
I'm telling you.
The answer is already on the roster somewhere. The answer is already in the NFL.
On somebody's team?
On somebody's team.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Like I said, I take Teddy Bridgewater, man.
Yeah.
I will take him.
Because, Breeze ain't ready to hang it up yet. And Bridgewater want to be a starter, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just got that.
Well, he had, stop. Well, he had a chance. He had a chance to get the Miami Dolphins job.
Yeah, he don't want that. They losers. You know what I mean? He want to go somewhere.
Hell, we 0-4.
It's levels to 0-4 though.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, right?
I'm with you on that.
Look, nobody wants that job, bro. I'm just saying. I
know.
Unless it came with a big old bag of money.
Man, it has to.
I'll pass.
I agree.
I'll pass. Yeah. So, but I really,
man, forget you, T Money. He said Tyler Hankey.
Yeah, he gets out Hankey.
Man,
the Carolina guy, right?
Y'all lucky this is a PG show, man. I almost cursed T Money out.
You need somebody.
Go ahead.
You need somebody, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, no doubt. Any means possible.
All right, let's flip this over to what might be one of the more interesting divisions in the NFC, right? We go to the NFC East. Cowboys just lost their first game, which oh Lord, the memes were strong about the Cowboys losing, and I loved it. Got that pick right too. I love that. Eagles 2-2, Giants 2-2, which everybody thought the Giants would be where Washington is at right now. But I told everybody, especially people like Vernie B, I said it, and I love to my own horn when I'm right. Daniel Jones was the future of the New York Giants, and you even said it last week. Oh well, they lost Saquon. They gonna struggle. Man, DJ is the man up there. All right, Daniel Jones is getting ready to look. The narrative.
Bruh,
the narrative.
They played Washington. Go ahead.
Look, the narrative in the NFC East is getting ready to change. Okay, because look, we said this in the divisional breakdown earlier this season. We gave Dallas them early games because we knew they were going to win those early games. And Dallas, I still think Dallas got the best roster in that division, right? I still think they got the best roster. But do I have confidence in Dak Prescott? I don't, right? Only person who I really have confidence in is Ezekiel Elliott. But what did last week show us, Glass? That if you shut his ass down, Cowboys ain't got nothing coming. What you think?
You said Cowboys got the best team in that division. I agree with that, but I think the Eagles. I'm gonna say it till the cows come home.
Yeah,
the Eagles got the best coach in that division.
Yes, I agree.
You know, I think we both agreed that
Doug Peterson,
not the Cowboys coach.
Oh, Garrett
ain't worth the grain of salt.
Absolutely not.
That's gonna be their downfall. Dak Prescott, he is. I think he's overrated right now, but when he came out of college, people didn't give him a chance.
Yeah,
he on one of the most well-known teams in the league, and he shined when he's supposed to shine.
Yeah.
With that being said, he don't have to win me games. He just can't lose me games.
Right.
That's what he's doing right now.
And that's the problem that I got with Dak Prescott. I feel like if it came down to now, I saw his stat line that he's trying to build a little resume with game-winning drives and comebacks or whatever. He's starting to build a little resume. Right, you know, and I, you know, before Dallas Cowboy fans kill me up on here, you know, look, this Cowboy squad is a formidable Dallas Cowboy squad. They're by all intents and purposes, they should be running roughshod over this division. But I'm just telling you, when the offense goes through your running back, and when your running back can't run the ball, like last week when he can't run the ball, you're in trouble because now you're forcing your quarterback who already shaky to begin with. And I don't care what Skip Bayless and all these other Cowboy fans, how they like to skew the stats, talking about his QBR and what it is in the fourth quarter. Look, I want my quarterback to be able to drop back when I can't run the ball. I need you to be able to throw it, and I don't trust Dak in that regard. I don't.
Listen. All right, I hear what you're saying. Sometimes you don't need that quarterback. Hell, let's go back 15, 20 years ago. When Dallas had their triplets.
Right.
That's all. You can't sit here and tell me Aikman was that quarterback that would throw you to win games. That's all that got. You got Amari Cooper. And you got Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah.
They only lost by 2 points last week.
Right. Yeah.
In the Mercedes-Benz Superdome.
Right.
So you got to give him a little bit more credit than you're giving Big Q.
Look, only thing I'm saying is you got to be a little bit more. You open that playbook up a little bit more than just handing the ball off to Zeke. I know they think that's all they got to do. Just hand the ball off to Zeke. Hand the ball off to Zeke. Play action, big bomb to Amari Cooper. Make Dak look good. You know, pad his stats. That's the game plan. And I'm telling you, the Saints figured that out. And the Saints knew they weren't going. We saw Teddy Bridgewater. The time of possession was ridiculous, and they knew not to let Dallas get that ball. Right, so they sat on it. They were able to run Kamara effectively. Dallas wasn't able to run the ball effectively like that. Right, I'm just saying they didn't need a whole lot of points. They just controlled the time of possession. They running back was doing better than their oppositions, and when it came down to it, their quarterback was able to deliver the ball. Not no big chunk plays. But, you know, dink and dunk all down the field, hold the ball for 13, 12-minute drives, and that's how you beat the Dallas Cowboys. That's how you do it. It's easy.
I hear you, but okay, man. But back to Dak Prescott. He's fourth in the league in touchdown passes, man, with 9.
Yeah.
So he ain't no garbage in T Money, my man. I ain't trying to compare Amari to Irvin and Dak to Troy. I'm just making a point.
Right.
You don't have to be the quarterback to lead the team.
Right.
You just be manageable and serviceable to make sure Amari Cooper get the ball, what's his name? Gallup. He gets the ball. And Ezekiel.
So
barring injuries, they should be all right. But let's not forget the other team, the Philadelphia Eagles,
right.
in that division.
Yeah. Now I know they actually limping a little bit right now, right? But I think once they regain their, if they can hold on until who's out? Jeffrey's out, right?
Yeah. No, I think he's back. Alshon Jeffries. I think he played last week.
Okay.
I think.
But once they get their full strength back, I'm telling you, like, and really, what are they now? 1 game back from Dallas, right? Man, please. At the quarter mark, they 1 game back. Dallas better not slip up. We knew that Dallas was going to win. We gave them the first 4 or 5 games. We gave them that, and they already done dropped one to a team they shouldn't have dropped the game to. Well, we thought the Saints was going to win. But then again,
Carson Wentz got to stay healthy, bro.
He does, and I mean that's the shaky part. But I think while everybody got their eyes on the Cowboys and the Eagles, I think the Giants gonna sneak up on somebody. I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just throwing it out there, bro. I'm just saying.
All right, man. You pushing that envelope too far.
Listen. I'm telling you, as the guy who got every game right except 2 last week, you should listen to what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Don't get me wrong. Daniel Jones. All right. Daniel Jones is doing a good job, number 1. Number 2, he got to wait for Golden Tate to come back in next week?
Yeah, next week. And then T-Money said that D-Jax and Alshon back from as of last week. So we're just waiting on no boy. And we be back. And they're back 100%. And
wait a minute. Ho. Where we get weed from?
I'm just, anybody that's opposing anybody that's opposing the Dallas Cowboys, I'm on their side.
All right, cool. I got you.
Right.
How that saying go? The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
There you go, right? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, is Vernon B back on the bandwagon?
You know what? She was back on the bandwagon after that first Daniel Jones win. What was that, week 3, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. So here's another one that me and you can never agree on, and this is the NFC North, right? After 4 games, we got the 2 teams, the Packers and the Bears at 3-1. The Lions at 2-1. And the Vikings at 2-2. Pretty even across the board here. Which the Lions, I'm surprised of. They are the weakest link, in my opinion. Right? I think they're the weakest squad. I think that the Bears, as long as the Bears defense can stay healthy, that's gonna keep them in the race. The Packers gonna fall off here pretty soon. And you know what? When they were undefeated, 3-0, I was telling people they're getting ready to take an L. And that was one of my other picks for the week that all y'all thought the Packers were gonna win. And I told y'all they win. But anyway, and that was Thursday night game too, I think it was, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So I like where the Bears are going, and I'm saying I don't get on my Mitch Trubisky soapbox today. I'm not gonna do it. But I'm not gonna do it. Not today. You know what I'm saying, right? Maybe tomorrow night.
He out, right?
Is he?
Yeah.
What happened to him? Oh, with that shoulder thing,
he
right?
messed his shoulder in the first quarter, man.
Yeah.
And Chase Daniels came in and did the job. And that's all.
That was one of your boys, right?
Chase Daniels?
Yes. When they Bronco?
No, he always been on the Bears.
He always been on the Bears. Okay, yeah.
Right.
Okay, so let's break it down, right?
Okay.
So, in my opinion, I don't think the Packers deserve the record they have, but they have it, okay? They did suffer that loss last Thursday, which I knew they would be able to, against the Bears, right?
No, they lost the Bears. I think week 1 was the Bears.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was a real weak game. Okay, that's right.
Right.
So I think the Bears should be leading this division, but they tied with the Packers right now. And the Lions basically got a tie. Basically, the division is pretty much even. So the Lions are back a 2.5 game, or game and a half, and the Vikings are back a game. So what you think about this one?
I'm gonna say Vikings might be showing some fool's gold, and I'm gonna explain that in a second. But to answer your question, the Bears gonna take over the Packers because of that defense.
Yes, and
because I don't know about Trubisky right now, I'm still not sold. But I like Chase Daniels. I like how he looked last week when they played. Who did they play? The Vikings.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Divisional rival, which was good. Lions. I'm impressed with what I see with the Lions. Really? I know they lost 2. Well, they lost 1.
They tied with the freaking Arizona Cardinals, bro.
Okay, but then again,
the Cardinals.
I hear you.
I don't even know who worse, the Cardinals or the Dolphins. Who's worse team?
Dolphins.
Oh, okay.
But they went toe to toe with they went toe to toe with the Chiefs, man.
They did.
34-30.
And almost beat them.
Yeah, they had the defense. The defense looked pretty straight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they almost mimic. I can't remember the cornerback's name, but he mimicked Peter Tillman with the punch of the ball.
Yeah.
He did that a couple of times in the game, so I was impressed with that. So I'm gonna put them above the Vikings. Now let me tell you about the Vikings. I put it on Instagram.
Okay.
The Vikings was better off keeping Case Keenum and Teddy Bridgewater.
Mm-hmm.
They would win more games, and they would save $40 million.
Yep.
Kirk Cousins is not that dude.
Well, they suffered the same situation as the Colts did when they thought Peyton was done. Peyton goes and wins Super Bowl, right?
Okay.
And they thought Teddy was done. They didn't want to invest in him no more. And, it looked like he's going to be a starter next year, right?
Right.
That's what it looked like, So Vikings, whoever's in the office, I mean, I don't know. If you Vikings, Teddy sat for a year and a half?
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have had the patience to do that either. I probably would have been done with. I'm just saying,
especially when you're trying to win,
right?
But I mean, what did Kirk Cousins show you over in Washington?
Now the whole Kirk Cousins thing, I think they were better off where they were last year, right? I don't think the Cousins should have stayed in Washington. He was a better fit in Washington. I agree. I think if Case Keenum and Kirk Cousins had stayed on the teams they were on last year, both of those teams would be doing better right now.
I agree.
You know what I mean? So,
I agree. Yeah.
That's what I believe. Okay, so we bring it to the NFC South, okay? Now, it was doom and gloom in Carolina. Everybody thought, they 0-2. Cam is gimpy, blah, blah, blah. Ron going to get fired. Bring in Kyle Allen. Rips off 2 wins back-to-back. Defense started to show up a little bit, okay? Now, the story here is not the Carolina Panthers. It's got to be Tampa and Atlanta. I don't know what's going on with either one of these teams.
I have no idea. I don't know I can't even pinpoint what the problem is.
Right.
I can't even what the leak is.
Right.
The whole. Do we want to put on Matt Ryan?
I'm willing. Look, and this goes back to, and it ain't their fault. I mean, the guy, he earned it, but I think letting Shanahan go. The team ain't been the same since. The offense hasn't been the same since. And, Quinn is all about, we want to not be soft, and we want to show that we got better defense. And their defense ain't really that good either. You know what I mean? And so
I agree.
You couple that with poor performances from the quarterback and the running back, taking opportunities from Julio Jones and so such and such. I think the Falcons, I'm actually surprised they 1-3. But at the same time, I'm glad they 1-3. Now the Bucs, on the other hand, I think they started off 2-0, if I'm not mistaken. They put a beating on Carolina week 1, I think it was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and then they went on to win. So pretty much cost me mad picks in the Pick'em League the first 2 weeks because I didn't know what was going on with Tampa Bay. Okay, so it's Tampa Bay, they're 2-2.
I was about to ask you, are they for real?
No, absolutely not. You know what? I don't listen. Jameis Winston gonna be now. I know. What he put up 55 points on? Put 55 points on somebody last night. Who they play last night?
The Rams.
55 points on the reigning NFC champions.
Yeah, and he's 5th in the league in passing yards, bro.
And see, I know what JB would say, but
we know we talked about this off air. That's because of Mike Evans and Godwin.
Absolutely. Listen, I can't believe in it, man. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't.
I'm not saying they're gonna win the division, but they're gonna be competitive. I think Arians turned that team around. He always turned teams around, whatever team he's on, number 1. And number 2, Todd Bowles got that defense running all over the place.
Yeah.
And number 3, Shaq Barrett.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Now, that is a shining
mad
star.
That the Broncos got rid of him, but man, what it is.
Ooh, Lord, that little dude is
9 sacks already.
Yeah.
Out of 4 games.
Oh yeah.
Woo.
Yeah. So T-Money says can't blame Vikes on Teddy Point when injury first happened. It was Alex Smith type bad.
Right. I got you.
Yeah,
I got you.
There's an ACL problems, red zone issues on the offense due to them bringing Dirk Cutter back. You say Glasgow Shaq Barrett going to come back down to earth at some point, 9 sacks in 4 weeks. No way he keeps up that pace. Depending on what their schedule.
That's all right, but he's doing it right now.
Yes, he is.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying to keep it up, but you.
I know Cam Newton's still having bad dreams about that kid. You know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
who you got? So in that division, what you got going?
So the Saints are still, I think, are still the team
Saints
to
gonna
beat.
be Saints, right?
Right, and I mean, if Teddy Bridgewater can keep this up, because Breeze only got 3-4 more weeks left before he comes back.
I say if they get 2-2, they're in a good place.
Yeah,
they 2-0 now, right?
Yeah. Yep. So I feel like Saints are still the team to beat. Carolina is surprising me though. I'm just worried that we get, they changing the offense up for Kyle Allen. And when is Cam done for the year? Because I heard conflicting things. Heard that he'd be back in a couple weeks, week 5, week 7. And I heard other things that he was done for the season. I don't know. But
he got a Liz Frank injury. That ain't no joke. Yeah. He likes to run. So I'm going to say, I don't know about the whole season, but we have to see, I say by week 8.
Yeah, but I think if they can still be a 500 or above 500 team, I think we can go ahead and let Cam chill and to see what the kid got, right? And I ain't saying it's a quarterback controversy in Carolina. I'm just saying we want Cam 100% healthy, and I think if you don't need Cam right now, which clearly we don't need Cam right now, let him sit, right? But at the rate of things are going,
but is that okay? Now, if you in Cam's shoes, would you want to sit?
Cam ain't gonna want to sit because that's just not who he is, right? But he also got to understand that he is not hoping when he out there looking like he looked in week 1 and 2.
Okay,
what I'm saying?
I'm gonna ask you the multi-million-dollar question. I brought it to Uncle Hayden. I think I brought it to you last week. I'm bringing the T Money. I want to hear what y'all got to say.
Yeah,
if you cut Cam this year.
Yeah.
That's $2 million of dead money on your books. If you keep him next year, because you only got he got 1 year left on this contract. If you keep him next year, that's $21 million on your books.
Yeah.
Just put it out there. Just something you need to think about. And I like him. I'm not saying.
I don't think it's that to think about. I don't
21 million, $2 million.
I don't think it's that to think about.
Keep him.
Keep him? Absolutely.
All right, man. Look, all right, man. You know what I told you about running quarterback?
Carolina would be the laughing stock of the league for the rest of eternity if they let Cam Newton out of Charlotte. If they let him out of Charlotte and he goes somewhere like Arizona or somewhere and win a Super Bowl, everybody gonna be looking at Carolina like they're the dumbest people on the planet, because that's exactly what's gonna happen. That's exactly what's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
What if what's his name? Kyle Allen?
Yeah.
What if he just shines?
Hey, listen, the thing is, I feel like this, just like with the backup quarterback we had before. Look, you still got 3 more seasons with Kyle Allen under the rookie contract, right? So
True.
You can milk that for a hot minute before you got to really think about what you want to do.
Good point.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you don't let a Cam Newton go unless something comes up where he is absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, done. You got to keep him on. Look. In fact, I think next year they should re-sign him. Even if he sit out the whole season this year, I think they should re-sign him next year. You know what I'm saying?
I have to think about that.
Right.
All right.
Well, I don't know, man. See, it's just you rolling the dice. Just like I always bring it back to Indy. They absolutely lost faith in Peyton Manning, right? Lost all faith in him, right? They was like, nah, we're done, right? You hurt, it looked rough, it looked bad, you gone. And then he goes and wins a Super Bowl. I'm just saying that's what's gonna happen if you do that. I'm just saying.
I'm not complaining about the move. We benefited from it, but you had an Andrew Luck that was coming up in there. Now, don't get me wrong. Yeah. Well, I ain't gonna blame Andrew Luck. They just messed up and didn't give him an offensive line.
Right.
But Andrew Luck was that dude now, and Peyton Manning, even though he came to the Broncos,
but Kyle Allen ain't no Andrew
Luck.
Dropped
off after that second season. He dropped off.
Yeah, but Kyle Allen ain't no Andrew Luck though. Now, if we were talking about Andrew Luck,
we don't know that yet, man. But it's only 2 games in.
He ain't got the size. He ain't got the speed. He ain't got the strength.
Drew Bledsoe lost his job to Tom Brady. I'm not saying I'm not putting.
Kyle Allen is going to be a serviceable backup QB until Cam get right, and then when Cam comes back, he'll come back with a vengeance. Okay, and if you Carolina, you don't even think about, you don't even entertain that idea.
Okay,
you don't even entertain it.
Hey. You know what I mean? You got a new owner over there that got his money off of hedge funds.
You know what I'm
saying? He probably looked at the 21 and the 21 million and the $2 billion. Right. Like, man, Cam, you got to show me something. I'm just saying.
So it says Saints and Panthers doing better than expected with their backups. Absolutely. Cam should be back after the bye at the latest. Defense is playing at crazy pace. 14 sacks last 2 weeks. Secondary #1 stopping the pass. Kyle Allen had 3 fumbles and 0 passing TDs. He is not the answer. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. I'm not saying he's the answer.
They won the game last week with no touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Right?
Okay.
Just saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, not Kyle.
But it's Kyle Allen's fault.
It's not Kyle Allen's fault. You know,
but he made a good move on J.J. Watt. I was like, yo.
Yeah, but he playing with the same toys that Cam played with. Cam was able to score touchdowns. Even being gimpy, he was still able to throw touchdown passes. And your boy can't do that. So it's something going on there. Last one is going to be the NFC West, which the anomaly here, right, is the San Francisco 49ers. Oh, that was in a bye last week, so they still undefeated.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
You know what I mean?
That's the only reason.
They technically, I see the Seahawks and the Rams. Technically, they all got 3 wins, but the Seahawks and Rams got 1 loss. The Cards actually have no wins and a tie, 3 L's. Right. So, what it comes down to is the 49ers have not played anybody in their division yet. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they haven't played anybody super credible yet.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
You
don't think they're credible?
I don't think they're credible. Listen, I told you, consistency is the word of the week. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, 1 week the Bucks throw up 55 points. Next week, Jameis Winston throwing 5 interceptions. I mean, like, what's going on? I don't get it, right? So I have no faith in Tampa. That wasn't no quality win for 49ers, right?
Okay.
So I believe coming off this bye, I don't even know who they're playing this week.
They're playing the Browns.
They're going to get smacked.
Oh, no. They're playing the Browns in San Francisco.
What they play at?
Man, please. Next week is the one they're going to lose when they play the Los Angeles Rams.
Well, see, I'm
Rams.
I'm losing faith in the Rams right now. I'm losing faith in the Rams. I really am. But not because of what happened in Tampa. But what happened week 1 against Carolina? That with a banged up Cam Newton, they barely made it out of Carolina with a win, right? What else happened? They lost to Tampa. They had no impressive wins so far this year. They're not looking like the NFC champions to me. I'm not afraid of the Rams. Okay. So I think though the Browns gonna get 49ers a run for their money. I know the 49ers faithful. They loving this right now. 3-0. Come on, nobody expected them to be 3-0 going into week 5. I certainly didn't. I actually didn't think that was gonna happen. Like 1 win on their record, right? Like by now, maybe a tie.
Right.
I don't know.
Okay.
But they sit at the top of their division right now. Playing 1 game less than everybody else in the division. But the Seahawks are not super impressive right now either. Even though they only lost by 1 game. They offense definitely don't look as powerful as it used to be. So the Seahawks, I'm kind of on the fence with them. So it's weird. The division thing, I think, that came down. Like, I think all the teams then took a step backwards, to be honest with you.
Okay.
You know, I don't know if you feel
I agree with that.
Yeah, no, that's what
I agree with that. Shockingly, I don't know. I know the 49ers not going to stay up there. Let's be real. I'll be shocked if they do. No, Diego, don't hit me up, man.
Right.
Seahawks, I'm impressed with what they got. They're making it work with what they got. It's going to be between the Seahawks and the Rams. I'm just going to give it to the Rams just because of the personnel. But the Seahawks are making it work with what they got, and I like what I see with that. Cardinals, we're not even going to put them in the conversation.
So let's talk about the Cardinals for a minute, because we got to talk about the Cardinals. We got to talk about the Broncos and the Dolphins here, right?
No, we got Dolphins,
Bengals, yes,
Broncos,
Dolphins, Bengals, Broncos, and what the Cardinals,
Washington.
Oh yeah, Washington.
Yeah.
Okay, so something gotta shake somewhere, right? Who's the first one to get off the snide?
I'm going to say my Broncos.
Yeah.
I don't like what I see in Washington. I'll be shocked if Gruden keeps his job.
Right.
Cardinals, I don't know what the hell they got going on over there. And I'm looking at Kyler Murray, and the man's too short.
You know what? I didn't want to be one of them ones who was gonna.
I'm gonna be that one.
Because I didn't want to do that. But because I mean, you had other short guys who've been successful in this league.
I'll put it to you like this. I know you got Drew Brees. I know you have in Seattle, Wilson. Okay?
Yeah, Russell Wilson, right?
I see them two. They short, they accurate, and they can inspire their team. I don't see that in Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray, he got a cannon, right? He got a cannon,
okay,
right?
Yeah.
He does. He got a little bit of speed, a little bit of scrambles in him, right?
No accuracy.
Look, accuracy is his main thing, but also he ain't really got no weapons either. You know what I mean?
That's true.
And I really think that whatever Kingsbury's offense was, he need to go back to the drawing board on, because it ain't working. You know what I mean? Like, because he had this whole thing where he was going to just completely destroy everybody with his air raid attack, and I just ain't seen it work. You know what I mean? I think he need to go back to the drawing board. Him and his staff come out. You know, and starting the second part of the season, and do something different. You know, maybe go run heavy. Maybe use some more RPO type of attacks. I don't know, but I don't know how threatening the RPO can be if you ain't got no. Who's your vertical threat? Larry Fitzgerald, right?
So far, yeah.
It's tough, man. You know.
So who's your first one getting off the snide? I said Broncos.
I think it probably will be the Broncos, even though, I don't really got a lot of. It ain't gonna be the Dolphins.
No.
Dolphins probably won't get their first win until like week 7 or week 8. Right? Right? Or they might not get it until later on in the year when everybody start resting their starters. Who knows?
Right.
I think the Bengals are going to continue to lose because I think they got some more divisional games coming up here.
Well, T Money put it out there, and I don't know if I agree with him. He said the Cards will win first. They will win first. They play Cincy next week.
Oh, see now this right that right there will actually be the defining game. We'll see who will be the worst team in the NFL at that point. Because if the Cards beat the Bengals, which I don't think they will,
okay.
Well, that's tough.
I don't know.
Because Cincy ain't got nothing, bro.
Nah.
Oh, man.
They got a run game. That's about it.
Yeah.
Joe Tate.
I don't know. So he said Florida just asked for athlete name, likeness, image compensation bill.
Say what?
Athlete name, likeness, image compensation bill. For like video games and stuff? Oh, I gotta look into that.
Washington. Hold that thought. Washington plays the Patriots next week. Well, we know how that's gonna go.
Well, do we really know how that's gonna go? Do we really? I wasn't super impressed.
Washington, and the Patriots.
Somebody got to beat the Patriots, and I think
it definitely ain't gonna be Washington. But the next game is gonna be against the Dolphins in Miami.
Wow,
that's gonna be the battle.
Washington and Miami.
Washington will be in Miami.
Okay,
that's where the Dolphins might.
So who Denver got next?
Who do we have next? That's a good question. But you know right now. Chargers.
Nope. So it won't. So
none of them might win next week. Okay, we got the Broncos. Well, somebody got to win between the Dolphins and Washington. So
yeah, that's not for week 5.
That's not for Yeah, exactly.
Right. So T Money might be right. It might be Arizona, but then again, it might be. It's got to be between Arizona and Cincinnati because they're playing against each other.
Right.
It's got to be between one of those teams, I believe.
That's true.
Actually, if the Broncos can knock off the Chargers, not only will they get them off that winless record, but that gives them a notch in the division as well. So they actually need that game.
I'm
more.
still gonna stick with the Broncos.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with the Broncos. It's
Okay.
gonna be a close game.
Yeah.
It's gonna be off a field. We lost the last 2 off of field goals. Hell, we're gonna try it again.
Right. Yeah. You know. Okay. I think that's all I had. Right.
That's all I got, man.
Yeah, that's all I got, man. T Money, I thank you for jumping on and joining us this morning, and Josh, whoever else jumped in on the Facebook page. Definitely appreciate that. For people who are watching this later on the YouTubes, man, go ahead and leave comments and stuff. I will be responding to the first couple comments on the video until I decide not to do it no more. So yeah, but the video will be up on YouTube here pretty soon. So for everybody watching the video on YouTube, go ahead and leave comments and all that cool stuff and that kind of thing. Also, be sure to check out me and Vernie's. The podcast should be up later this evening. We'll do our picks and see if I can maintain this glory that I've got going on this week. Right, I'll try to see if I can handle that. But we'll put the official picks in later on this evening, and of course tomorrow night. Hopefully the band will be back together because I don't think we've been together for 2 weeks now.
2 weeks.
Yeah, so the band will be back together tomorrow night for Team Boyd TV Live. Hopefully. What you got, Glass?
All right, man. If y'all don't catch me here with my brother here, Big Q, or Wednesday nights with Big Q and JB, go ahead and follow me on all the social medias: Twitter at Sage of Sports 1, Facebook, Instagram, at Sage of Sports. And you can email me at dsageofsports@gmail.com.
All right, and make sure you guys subscribe to our podcast on your favorite podcast platform. We have all the shows that we do: the FallOut with Glass and Big Q, the Team Boyd TV Game Time, and Team Boyd TV Live, all going up on podcasts as we do them. So they are available on all the podcast platforms. Just find your favorite one. Go ahead and subscribe to us. That leave us a awesome review to get the podcast spread. Make sure you share, and get the podcast and the videos out there. We definitely appreciate it. Until next time, we'll see you guys. We're out of here. Y'all take it easy. Peace.
Jaylen! Trey! Whoa!
This is a first.